This video is about working on version 8 of the binary puzzle. We're going to add buttons and we're going to add a little bit of code with stubs so that we can get the next stage working. I have downloaded version 7. Now there is a new web page here which has got all the downloads. So here is the file download for version 7. And I'm going to open the Word document for version 8. And we'll step through this Word document bit by bit. So I have already got my my version 7 open in Visual Studio, and I also have it open in Dreamweaver. So let's get page 7, version 7 open there. I've got a whole lot of other rubbish here which is going to confuse me, so I'm going to just close everything. I find it very easy to work on the wrong file in Dreamweaver. So I actually want version 7. Make sure that's version 7. All right. Okay, so we can work either. For the Mac people who can't get Visual Studio going, we can still manage. All right, let's look at our instructions. I think I'll put those over here, make them a little bit smaller. That's probably readable there. Okay, I'm going to put my Visual Studio over here. Whoops, that was a bit too far. Over here. And I don't need that quite so wide. Let me get my Solution Explorer up. So I've got my version 7. Yep, version 7 open, and I can split the page and see what's going on. There are other videos if you have not got the setup here for the web forms or the split. Okay, so we have downloaded version 7. Done. We can view the files. I already have this open. Let's just check. Here's a GitHub version which has got versions 8 and 9, so I can be a bit sneaky and steal some code from here. Here's the existing version uploaded to GitHub with just version 7. Okay, you can see that they're under different repository names. Let's stick there for a minute. Go back, read my instructions. For thorough testing, we want to load 13 different grids, and we'll do a drop down for that. It's saying just copy all this code. So we'll do that. Save all the laborious typing out. We're going to add that code. See here, the existing code finishes there. We're going to add that code here for sample arrays. I've already got a comment, so we'll put it in there. Okay, you'll notice that in Visual Studio I have got my code wrapping. If I go into my environment, text editor, all languages, I can not wrap, and it looks a lot neater. I can't see the end of it. Maybe I'll leave it like that for the moment. Okay, so that now looks exactly like here. All right, I will make this just a little bigger. We are solving this problem. You can go and find the links to the actual question. But the problem, the reason it's good for the software design syllabus and students in Year 12 is that this is top-down programming. We can code each of these. We can put stubs on from time to time. So here's stubs. There is just messages to say these have not been coded yet. So we're going to add these. Oops, I forgot that final curly bracket. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to add those in here after my load grid. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 functions here. for my various 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I'm not sure exactly which of those I've got, but I've got quite a few of them. We can add more later if we wish. All right, we can save all of that. If I go back to Dreamweaver, I could have done exactly the same. Note that Dreamweaver tells me that it's been modified outside of Dreamweaver, and it updates. All right, I'll stay here for a moment. Maybe I'll do the next update in Dreamweaver. Well, actually, let's follow the instructions. So we've done that. We can see it. A combo box. I should edit this file. That should be on the next page. Enable editing. Okay, put that over there. And that there should be on a new page. Insert pages, new page. All right. Control S. Don't know why it doesn't want to save. All right, we now want to add a combo box to our page. So let's do that from Visual Studio here. I want to do it just in there. I can see where I am in the code. Yeah, there. All right, so I've just added that little space there. Okay, I will go to my toolbox, and you may well have the general or so. You need the HTML open, and you need to add a select command. So let's put that over there. And here we've got the select option, unnamed and blank. Okay, I'm going to give you some code which you can copy, and that will allow you to fill the options for the drop-down box. I might just delete that there. And I don't know if I want it in a paragraph tag. I don't think I'll put in a paragraph tag. Let's delete that. So if I save, Control S, my window over here will show it. We'll update. Let's go back to the files. Oh, I'm doing this in version 7. Oh dear. What I want to do is copy, paste, and I want to do this in version 8. Hang on. What I should do, rather than that, I'll Control Z. I'll leave that there. I will come here, and I will do File. Can I do Save As from here? I haven't done this before. Set Start Page. No, maybe not. All right, I'm going to have to put continue doing what I'm doing over here. Okay, version 8. Okay, now version 8 should have that change. So if I open it and look at it locally, I can play game 2, I can play game 8, or I can load the test grid, which is 36. So that's working. Right, unfortunately my version 7 is going to do that as well. I'd like to clean that up later. Let's go back here. We have now got that. So we've done that little bit here. We now need to insert some buttons. So we'll put the buttons up here. Is that working? Yeah. Yes, it's entering page breaks, which is, yeah, that's the way I prefer to do it, rather than paragraph tags. Okay, we want to add a button. So toolbox, input button, throw that in there. And you can see there's the blank text there for the button. Okay, we are given some text here for the button, but to save time on this video, I'm going to cheat there. I'm going to go over to my version 8 here, which is already up. I'm going to hit F12 for the inspector. Go on sources, index. I'm going to, it looks like I've just done it in my practice. Okay, copy that code there. Under the break, copy, come over here, under the break, and paste. Now, there's some handy tricks that Visual Studio has, which I like to use. We can format the whole document just like that. Cleans up all our code. Control K, Control D if you want to use the shortcuts. That button 1 that we put in there, we don't need that anymore. Okay, Control S. And let's see, we can certainly see the buttons up here. Let's go back to here. F5. Oh, no, not that one. This is our local one, yeah. F5. And we haven't got any buttons yet. What's going on? Am I on? Oh, I'm on version 7. Let me go back here and open version 8. No buttons. Did I save? Control S. F5. No buttons. What is going on? Did I put the buttons on version 7? Oh dear, that's exactly what I did. Alright, so what we'll do is go here, we'll make this one version 7S or Z, we'll make this one version 7, we'll make this one version 8. Okay, so now version 8 has got our buttons and version 7 won't. We can see that we have to change this text to version 8 because it causes confusion. We are adding buttons, adding functions and buttons. Buttons. No spell check here. Adding functions and buttons. That'll do. Control S, and that should look better now when I look locally. F5. Don't tell me I've done it on the wrong one again. This is not updated here. It should be a right. Okay, so now I need to go back and copy that, and put that on version 8. Well, let's just have a look. Yeah, version 7 hasn't got it. Here, we'll put that on, actually we'll put that there. We'll put this one back on version 7, cut. We'll put that back on version 7. Okay. Alright, so now Control S, Control S, Control S for all of them, and F5. Now we're there. Right, version 8. Okay. At the moment, if I push these buttons, oh, look at that. Because I copied the code, they are already connected. Okay, let's just see how they work. Those messages are different for each one. Let's go back and have a look at the code of why that's working. Alright, so our button text is here, and the first button says we go to the function solve number pairs. The second button says we go to the function row pairs. The third is column pairs. The fourth is number trios, and the fifth is rows columns. Let's go up to our code here, and we have all of those functions here, each just giving us a stub. Note that each of the stubs is slightly different so that I can see with those messages if it is working correctly. Now I think I have finished version 8. Let's just make sure this works online. So let's go, we're going to update version 7 by mistake, but we won't bother about that. We'll go to home, we'll check for changes. Yes, there's some changes in version 7 and version 8. Version 8 finished. I can revert the change for version 7 later on. We'll commit all and sync. We can then go up and have a look at version 8 from the web and make sure that it is changed up there. I think I've got my binary puzzle here. That should go to 9 commits. Done. If we want to have a look at that 9th commit, we should see some changes. Let's make this full screen. Version 8 finished. Oops. Okay, so we've added that in. That's the old, there's the new. There's quite a lot of other new down here and old there. Let's go and have a look at this. Got so many, they're all local. This one here is local. This one here is version 7. Right. I can't get to it just yet because I haven't updated the home page. Right, let's just make that version 8. By the way, see that's got the drop down box in there, which we didn't want. Make that version 8. And there we have it. It's updated live on the web. We have our messages running, and so things are looking good. Alright, one more thing we have to do is update that home page. So let's go back to our editor. Now, I have not done any of this from Dreamweaver, so let's do this last bit from Dreamweaver. Let's go back to the index page, and we have this question here. Now, quite often I like to work in design rather than in live. So I'm going to copy that, add it. Now I'm going to change this to version 8. I can come down here and change the link. I can go to a folder and say, oh yeah, it's got to point to version 8 there. I can make the page open in a separate page, blank there, and that's automatically fixing up my code. So here we added functions and corresponding buttons. Control S. Alright, so let's just check that on the local version. I've got so many open now, I'll go to the local version. That's that there. Let's go to this local version, and yes, it has version 8 and it runs version 8, so that's working. We haven't uploaded it to GitHub yet. Now, the loading to GitHub is a little different in Dreamweaver, so let's just check it. Let's make sure that we've got our remotes organized. We are on binary puz. I'm pretty sure that that's looking okay. Username. I have to just shift it. Password is and let's test it. And it's okay, connecting all right. We're going to save the credentials, save us entering them in all the time. Let's check. Okay, fetch all the remotes and counters. All right, we'll do that. Normally I know, I've got to check the status, that's it. All right, so that's done. Let's fetch all the remotes and check it. Usually it's going to say here, maybe, that's it, right after. Okay, so now we've modified the, so we've added version 8 to index. Okay, so we can see now that we've got to push one file. Sometimes this gets in a muddle and lacks synchronization. I'm just going to check all remotes and counters. I hope this doesn't upset its apple cart. All right, and now we push. You can see the passwords there. Okay, and cross our fingers. Done. Okay, so we have pushed to our live site. Let's come back here. That one's not live. Let's go here. Now I'm totally confused with my websites. This one is not live. That one's not. I'll just close all these. Okay, that one's not. Okay, binary parts, version 8. Let's go home and check. Version 8 is here. Version 8 is working. So our update has worked. And this is working, going to test. Okay, we are in business for the moment. I can finish this video.